How about it? We are fucking live and in color and not so in person, but it's the next best thing. Welcome to the Bottom Line Podcast. My name is Davidson. If you don't know, well then fuck yourself. But at least we're here now, and you should know who I am at this point if you click play on this podcast. But what's more important is that I'm joined by my four panel members of what is going to be considered a brand new edition of this podcast called the College Football Roundup. It's going to be happening every 2 weeks. We're going to be talking college football. We got pretty much everybody here today except one, and we'll get to why he's not here momentarily. But first off, Migo! We are going to introduce the guys, starting with a guy that has been on my podcast. The cool thing about this is everyone that's on the panel has already been on my podcast before. So starting with Tino, who has been on here 2 times, hosts the Sports Galore podcast. Tino, what's up, man? How are we?
Yes, sir, brother. How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. Moving along. We got repping the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, my man who joined me for the baseball podcast, Conor Maloney. Simo, what's up, brother?
How we doing, Davidson?
You're doing good, my man. Doing good. You won any money in the past couple days on that Players Lounge thing?
Oh, yeah, man. Always. That's right.
Simo finesser.
Yeah, he had a big game today.
It's all about the bread, am I right?
It really is.
Right.
And speaking of the man that just mentioned of the big game, we got live and in color, the one and only at T Jones the GOAT, Taylor Jones. How we doing, bro?
You know me. Always having a good night. Sipping on the official brew of real niggas. Miller High Life. Bringing it all back. Taking out all that bullshit.
He's representing the MAC, too.
Oh, I'm action all day.
We're gonna get. We gotta get this man the Maction Minute once that comes along later on. And obviously, last but not least, was on the podcast most recently, as opposed to everybody else. My good man joining us from the Natty, Denver.
Boo.
How we doing?
It's sipping Kobe. Getting ready to talk some college football, some Michigan football. Looking forward to week 1. Easy dub.
Oh, man, and I can't wait till we get started about that. But before we get into talking about Michigan and Notre Dame, I would say the biggest topic heading into week 1 has to be who's going to be under center for Nick Saban. Maybe not the biggest topic per se, but one of the pressing questions, especially for all of those people down there in the Southeast. Paul Feinbaum included has been very interested in this topic, rightfully so. That dude looks like – does that dude look like E.T. the extraterrestrial or what?
He's one of the ugliest people I've ever seen on TV.
Dog, when people call in on his show, like you'll hear everything from people screaming at him to like professing their unfound love to him, for real.
Well, let's understand, like, I know you're an SEC network, you're on SEC, but I've never seen such a biased host in my life.
Dude, swear.
Wow, coming from a Michigan fan, like, look at Desmond.
Desmond,
What does that have to do with anything?
First time
Yeah, really.
He literally has never said that Michigan's going to lose a game.
Dude, he picked them to win it all.
I mean, it's the truth.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I'll pick Michigan. Dude, what do you mean? Y'all act like we do this every year. Like,
That's ridiculous.
we do? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had 3 years of decency. Like, what are you saying?
Literally 03, 06, and 16.
And 03 was 15 years ago. What do you like? Like, come on.
Like, God forbid we're excited.
Oh, my God.
God
Y'all
forbid.
y'all just as happy as I was last year.
Yeah. If we go 8-4
Last year we had
again,
4 returning starters. Supposed to be awful last year.
So this was kind of the whole point of gathering these guys together. We want to get some debates on here. Unfortunately,
we ain't even started yet.
Yeah, we have not even gotten started yet whatsoever. And our friend Tyler Rice, who's in the Ohio State corner, he's catching some
The world's a lot better without
some
him.
nice wholesome music tonight. He's at a nearby Migos concert in Columbus, Ohio, I believe, so he will not be joining us. Other than that, like I said earlier, this podcast is going to be every 2 weeks. And since we do have we kind of went from Paul Feinbaum to talking about what Michigan fans think about every year. But guys, let's go in a circle and let's start with Tino. Tino, who's going to be under center week 1 in Tuscaloosa?
So I actually have a player on my Norfolk team. Shout out Norfolk. We started on 1. We're gonna be back. Who's from Alabama, and he's told me the whole time that Jalen Hurts will start.
Who?
Jalen Hurts will start coming out of Alabama.
Mr. Jones, what do you think?
I would have to say that like it has to be Jalen. Like I don't see why. I understand like Tua. Yeah, he did. And it's like the whole Ohio State thing. But might as well just go with Jalen. He can win a Heisman. Just go with
The thing about Nick
Jalen.
Saban is you can't turn the ball over, and Jalen Hurts threw 1 pick the whole season.
He also wasn't putting up numbers in the championship at all. Nick Saban does not play around with that either.
I feel like
I think it was more of a lesson than like you're not starting next year.
I agree with that.
he definitely struggled in that first half. I don't know if benching him was provoked, but he definitely did not play particularly well. Denver, what do you think, man?
I'm thinking it's Tua, and I don't think there's any reason it should not be, honestly. Compared to Hurst, I mean, he has not shown me anything, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Sima, what do you think?
I think it's
He's lost
I think
one
it's-
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He literally throws for like 180 a game. If he throws for 200, it's like, wow. The man cannot make any. The man cannot make any reads against Georgia. They had what, 3 points?
My man's is 22-1, bro. Like, what do you?
Yeah,
what do you
they're
want?
Oh my god. Oh
their
my
off
God.
their offense isn't really built around some high throwing offense.
Nick Saban.
They
Nick
run the
Saban has the
football.
biggest balls. Nick Saban has the biggest balls of any coach in the country, and he proved that in the national title. And
Well,
you
he
think
gained
just
those
won't do it
balls at
again?
UT. He gained those balls at UT when he got that action in him.
Max,
Zoom action. But it's a fact. He's got the biggest balls in the country, and you think he's not just going to pull a 21-2 starter? You're foolish, because we've already seen him do it.
It's a valid
I
point.
think it's
Go ahead, brother.
Who got the feds watching?
I think it's gonna be Jalen as well. I mean, Tino stole my thunder, but he's 22-1. He led him to a national title game. I think Georgia might have scouted him pretty well going into that, but hey, that's why you have players on the bench who can fill in.
I don't
What
think
I've
there's
kinda-
much to scout.
Dude,
What is there to scout on Jalen Hurts?
I mean, he's a
there's
runner
nothing
more
to
than
scout on
he's-
Tua either, really.
Right.
Just a power run game. That's what he's got.
Yeah, well, we've seen like 3/4 of football from Tua.
Yeah, literally, that's the
And
whole
those
point.
3 quarters were legendary.
Cardell's 3 were probably.
Oh, Cardell's the GOAT.
Yeah.
This is a purebred Michigan fan talking, and Cardell Jones is the fucking GOAT.
Yeah, doing what he did was crazy. I think particularly on the topic of Tua and Jalen Hurts, like when this has kind of come to light in the media and Jalen Hurts has kind of had anything to say about it, has it been more so positive or negative things? He has not had too many good things to say about the fact that this competition has been ongoing. And I think that shows a lot in the light of maybe Tua Tagovailoa. Am I saying his name right? Like should we all just say
I wasn't even going to try to say it. So.
I'm sticking first name.
You got some balls. You got some balls right there.
I don't even know if I said it right, to be honest with you.
We had a first name
Hey,
basis.
his little brother's better than him though, so he'll be at Bama in 2 years.
Yeah, I heard he has a little brother that's nice.
Yeah, his little brother's cool.
Real nice. So now that we've got a general consensus on whatever's going on in SEC country, why don't we get to what everybody wants to talk about, man? And we got to start in the corner of Conor Maloney. There's 2 huge games that jump off the page in week 1, man. There's one at 3:30 down in Atlanta between Washington and Auburn, and we'll get to that one momentarily. But obviously the game
man
that has the most sting, especially in the area where we're all geographically located, is between Michigan and Notre Dame. Whole lot of backstory between this. Notre Dame and Michigan stopping their series and resuming it only if Notre Dame get the game.
Series. Let's make that clear.
Notre Dame ran. Yeah.
Will you let Baker talk, or are you guys just gonna interrupt him the whole time?
We're just to make it clear. We're letting the people know that Notre Dame ended the series.
All right, and I'm gonna let the people know that we're gonna beat you on our home turf Saturday night. So
all right.
We'll let you talk what you need to talk, but I mean, both teams are returning a bunch of players on defense. I think it's going to be a defensive game.
Notre Dame returning bums.
I'm not scared about a Jim Harbaugh offense. I don't care who's quarterbacking. I don't think his pro-style offense is something to be afraid of. And you can go crazy all you want, Denver, but when has a Michigan offense under Jim Harbaugh scared anybody? Never.
His first year when they averaged 38 points per game with Wilton State.
League.
They averaged 38
Jake Rudock?
I mean, Jake Rudock's still in the league. He's a backup.
Yeah. Colin Kaepernick went to a Super Bowl.
And he didn't play for Michigan. We're
talking about quarterbacks in general.
I'm talking about Michigan offenses under Jim Harbaugh.
Unparalleled to anyone else.
I'm just not scared of a Michigan offense, to be honest. I'm just not.
Timo, what's the key to the game then? Like, what would be if Notre Dame is gonna end up being the one moving on and setting themselves up real nice heading forward this season? What do they got to do?
I think they got to run the football. I mean, if you control the trenches, they got a big offensive line. I mean, what he asked me a key to the game. I'm telling him a key to the game. That's called running the football. When you run the football, you control the game. And I think if they run the football well, they'll have as good a chance as anybody to win. So
they might average 0.5 yards per carry.
Well, they've got a good offensive line, so we'll see.
Brandon Wimbush is
literally lost half your O-line.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't y'all two go to the league?
Who? One went to the Niners, and another one went a couple picks earlier.
Go to the league?
One went to the Colts, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Y'all ain't as strong.
You don't even have a quarterback.
I am interested to see what they're going to do at QB. I don't think they've even announced who's going to start, but I think it's going to be Wimbush.
I'm more scared of Wimbush.
He will not survive.
I don't know.
Personally, I'm more scared of Wimbush.
I think you should be more scared of the other guy, honestly, because Wimbush can't throw very well.
I got Michigan's.
Are you waiting for the unbiased opinion?
That's exactly why I called on you, because I wanted to ask you, kind of in the center of everything with Denver and Tino, and I'm going to get to the keys to Michigan momentarily, but on that side and Simo on the side of Notre Dame, if we're talking about head coaches who, to be honest with you, both heading into this season have a whole fucking lot to lose, in Brian Kelly and Jim Harbaugh, who would it be detrimental to more if they were to come up short in this game going forward, Harbaugh or Kelly?
That's a great question, but it has to be Harbaugh. I think this has to be the hottest seat in the entire league or nation is Jim Harbaugh's seat the whole season.
I think.
Anything less than 10 wins, come on, even 11, and you have to beat either Ohio State. You need 2 Big Ten wins. When's the last time you've been God damn, that was a big win by Jim Harbaugh? Because I don't think I've ever said that.
Never at Michigan.
I'm be honest, Harbaugh's seat will never be even lukewarm.
I swear to God.
The only way he leaves Michigan if he retires or goes to the league.
How can you
literally? Michigan will never fire Jim Harbaugh.
How can you say that when you're going to lose?
They can just sit there and win 8 games a year.
Yeah. Because it's more than football, man.
If they go 9-4,
no, it's not.
If they go 9-4,
exactly what it is. It's literally fucking football.
If you think that Jim Harbaugh is going 8-4 again, you're stupid. I'm sorry.
I don't think they will, but if they do, which is obviously something that you and I both believe is not foreseeable, that's something the boosters probably have got to be hey, we're Why is this guy unfireable again? He just went 8-4 with the most talented team he's ever had. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he will.
If he goes this year, you will have a point, but
in the
so
last 2
confident
years.
that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, no, I don't think it will. But like,
So that's what I was saying. If he like sucks this year,
So you guys are going to beat Michigan State, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Penn State. Like,
Michigan, Wisconsin's at home, easy dub. Penn State at home, easy dub.
Oh my God!
Literally, he's speaking.
Oh my God! Easy dub.
playing at
Look,
home. Playing
you
at
guys
home
are the most
makes
ignorant fans.
Oh my God!
Playing
Bryce
at
isn't
home,
even in here, and you're calling us the ignorant fans.
Yeah,
man,
you're
what if-
easy dub. Like you're on the road.
Oh my God!
Against Notre Dame, does that make an easy dub?
No, Notre Dame's just not good. That's an easy dub.
Tino Denver left. What do you guys give me? What do you guys give me a key to a Michigan victory, starting with Tino?
I mean, honestly, it's just no mental mistakes. Period. If you watched last year, even the Wisconsin game, we were literally dominating that game, and all of a sudden, our safety bites on a run and gives up a post down the middle. They go up by 10. Next possession, our safety comes inside, lets the running back bounce outside, easy touchdown. Just no mental mistakes. They're all first-year starters last year on defense. Whole defense is back. It should be easy victory.
Denver, what about you, man?
I'm just going to keep it simple and obvious, and I'm just going to say the quarterback because I think that if I would have played quarterback last year, we could have won. And I'm not lying because John O'Corn is the worst excuse of anything I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God.
And that's really all I have to say on that.
Hey, what was everyone's first reaction when they saw that article posted by Bleacher Report that said John O'Corn quoted himself by being the
most NFL ready?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I literally farted.
Tino, what'd you say?
Bleacher Report. They deserve to be flagged on Facebook for freaking, what's it called, fake news.
Jones, did you literally rip ass?
Dude, literally almost shit my pants. It was the most nauseating thing I had seen.
Is it more nauseating than the knowledge that Zach Smith sent $2,200 worth of dildos to the house Woody Hayes built?
Jesus.
Oh my God. Man, where's Tyler Rice when you need him?
I know.
Yeah, seriously.
Bryce Hill was
speaking
fine.
of
He was
that-
taking nudes in the White House.
Yeah, bro.
That's
And
crazy.
this is my thing. If we're on the topic of Urban Meyer, before you even get to the scratching the surface of talking about Urban Meyer, can we just please fucking mention the fact that no one is talking about, and everyone on ESPN and everyone in the media who is all fucking worried about, oh, they didn't mention Courtney Smith by name. We're not talking about Courtney Smith was in the background of White House dick pics. Why do we need to talk about it? Tell me I'm wrong.
Look, all I know is that Zach Smith is a disgusting human and all that, but he's also one of my heroes for doing all that ratchet, wild shit in the White House.
Oh my goodness.
Was this nigga Obama in office?
Yeah, no,
15.
yeah,
15. They won. Yeah.
Oh, bro, let Michelle find out. She gonna pull up on Zach Smith. You had your dick out in my crib?
I read shit that he fucked in Urban Meyer's office.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I heard that he fucked at several facilities at Ohio State.
And got head from the secretary and took pics.
What?
Bro, what? And Urban just kept him.
Yeah, dude, he didn't say anything.
He was like, hey, you wild.
Let it be known in our group chat, Rice said Urban definitely knew.
Yeah.
Like he knew. It's just unbelievable.
And
It's-
go ahead, bro.
You got to win games. That's all that matters.
It's no surprise to me he only got the 3-game suspension. I mean,
Oh, not at all.
Oh, yeah.
not a
not at
surprise
all.
at all.
not surprised at all either.
I predicted 2 games because they have TCU third, I believe. But
Yep, I'm with Simone.
I think the Buckeyes' way is saying, "Oh, look, we punished him. He can't coach against TCU." So,
Hey, but the thing is, he can prepare the team for weeks 2 and 3.
I heard
so
about
it's
that.
it's basically a one game full suspension.
My thing, I don't understand how OSU is investigating this or investigated this, not the NCAA.
It's a good point.
Yeah, that is a great point. And the NCAA didn't really do a whole lot in throwing their feather in the cap of acting like they even cared. It was really just like, yeah, you guys are kind of on your own. We're over here doing our own circle jerk. Your assistant coach
aren't making money.
like your assistant coach did what? He had what set? Yeah, you guys got that. We're out on that shit. But on the grand scheme of things, and while it is like obviously a hot topic and a very sensitive topic to talk about any like type of thing of domestic violence or whatever, and we are joking about it, but more so I'm not joking about that, but joking about, you know, how fucked Zach Smith is in the head for all of that shit. But with all of that being said, if we can wrap it up and tie a bow around it, was 3 games enough? Was 3 games too little? Mr. Jones, I want to start with you.
I would say 3 games is not enough, but like you said, it's about the most that we expected.
Yeah, I would say so. Denver, what do you think?
Exactly. I mean, 3 games. I mean, just until Big Ten play.
I mean, he should have got fired.
Yeah, I mean, he any other coach is getting fired.
Yeah. Any coach that had any reason to get fired is going to get canned.
Any other coach at any other program is most likely being fired. But, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, and that's what we thought it would be.
I mean, you're getting fired from your job if you do that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and that's my thing. It's either he did what he was supposed to do and no people above him, which he should have got nothing, or he fucked up and should have been fired. There's one of the two.
Yeah.
3 suspension is a bullshit cop out.
Yeah,
his apology was ridiculous too. If any of you guys watched it,
it was pretty bad.
I didn't even read it.
No, it was awkward. There's videos. It was awkward.
Malone, what do you think? And also, if I could parlay that with another question, did kind of the whole news about DJ Durkin at Maryland coming out at the same exact time maybe help give Harbaugh that little bit of slack that he got cut?
Yeah,
or do you think it's irrelevant?
I think Urban should have got a little bit more than 3 games. But at the end of the day, I think Ohio State is showing us all that, in fact, they want to win football games. So they're going to do whatever they can to keep Urban around the team for as long as possible. So,
Mr. Sports Galore podcast, what do we think on your end?
I just asked, nigga.
I was gonna say he went after me.
Wait, what?
You deaf ass motherfucker. I said he should have been suspended. 0. Fired.
0?
If he did something wrong.
Yeah.
Or nothing happened. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's about as plain cut as you could put it. And it has merit. Quickly to kind of jump off of that topic, this is a bi-weekly kind of thing, and we will try to cover the week ahead of the week of as best as we can. But starting with Tino, the 3 biggest games, in my opinion, in week 2 are Georgia at South Carolina, Clemson. Dabo and Jimbo get it on again with Jimbo underneath a new program at Texas A&M, and then at Stanford. Tino, which game of those 3 is the biggest in week 2? Georgia, South Carolina, Clemson, A&M, or SC Stanford?
See, I like the SC Stanford one simply because that's a cross-conference game. So it's the North versus South. I actually have USC coming in first in the South, Stanford coming in second in the North.
Gotcha.
So if Stanford can upset USC, that can shake up over in the Pac-12.
It's in Palo Alto too, so that'd be interesting. Jones, which game jumps off the page to you out of those three?
Well, I'm just always been a huge fan of SC and Stanford. Like that's always been like any USC is like a team that I always really like. I like their offense, and Stanford also like they just two teams that like to score a bunch. So I expect to see like a high scoring game in that. So that's definitely the game that I'm looking forward to.
Bryce Love too. You can never get enough of him.
Yeah.
Denver, what do you think, man? Out of those three, you going SC, Stanford, or one of the other two?
SC Stanford. I mean, that's going to be a great game. I do think that is going to be a great game, but I'm personally going with the Clemson game just because it has more national implication.
At A&M too, you know.
Yeah. And just the things surrounding the A&M program right now,
Yeah.
like that just came out of nowhere, honestly. That's just to me, that's just more captivating and definitely a bigger game.
Timo, what do you think? You going to be the lone to pull the trigger on Georgia heading to South Carolina, or are you going to go with one of the other two?
You know, I was going to go Clemson A&M as well. I think that 12th man down there at A&M is going to be ready to go. I think the atmosphere there is going to be what fans love with college football, and I think it will also be interesting to see Jimbo Fisher in his first big game over at Texas A&M. I think with Clemson coming in, that place is going to be fired up. We will see what Clemson's made of early on.
Yeah, we really will.
Yeah, definitely. That's not an easy non-conference game whatsoever to play in a stadium that's not easy to play. Without further ado, we move on to the Bottom Line Biweekly College Football Roundup, a.k.a. the TBLBWCFRU for short.
That definitely made it longer.
Man, what?
And preseason top 10 rankings. Unanimously, we all picked Alabama. Clemson came in at 2. Then it was Georgia at 3, Ohio State at 4, Oklahoma 5, Wisconsin at 6, the Washington Huskies at 7, Miami, Auburn, and Penn State rounding it out. Also receiving votes was Michigan State, Notre Dame, and Michigan. We're going to go backwards this time, starting with SEMO. I sent all of you guys, privately, everyone's own individual top 10 rankings per the idea of Denver. Thank you for that. Did anything jump? Did you take a look at those, or did anyone jump out the page, or do you think that this top 10 that we have is about right?
I think the top 10 that we all came up with is about right, but at the end of the day, none of us have seen any snaps from center yet.
Yeah, true.
So it's going to shake up. I'm very interested to see how good the Washington Huskies are. I mean, Kirk Herbstreit says he's got him in his Final Four. I mean, when was the last time Washington was that good? I don't know. So I think they got question marks, but they do have a good team.
Back when they had Nate Robinson.
Twice in like the last 3 years.
They made the playoffs with when Jake Browning went undefeated for the regular season, but they got pounced on by Bama.
Is Jacob Eason eligible?
I do not believe Eason is eligible yet. Browning's the guy, regardless. He's a senior.
How many Big Ten teams do we have in our top 10? 1, 2, 3,
Just 2, right?
We got Penn State.
No, we got
Penn State.
Whiskey and the Bucks.
I was borderline put Michigan at 10, but I didn't want to be ignorant.
Michigan State and Michigan are right there too. I mean, if we we're going numerically, Michigan State would be 11, Notre Dame would be 12, and Michigan would be 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy I didn't throw Toledo in at 10 when I saw that y'all weren't.
Did anyone see anything that they thought was like, what? That guy voted that team there?
I mean, not really.
No.
So I was more shocked. I was kind of shocked that I was kind of shocked Ohio State was ranked lower. I had them as 3, I believe.
Same.
I had them at 4.
I had them 4. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people had them at 4. I don't know. I think Dwayne Haskins is going to be the truth, honestly.
Yeah.
Now,
I agree.
I don't know how you put him in front of Bama, Clemson, or Georgia.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
no, they're behind. They're behind Clemson and Bama. But I have them ahead of Georgia for sure.
Do you guys think that this Urban Meyer news will fire up the team and that they're going to come out
Yes.
ready to go? Or
Yes.
I was
100%.
thinking about that.
I don't know. I think they're just going to beat the shit out of teams regardless.
Yeah.
Particularly too, like I thought the 2-game suspension was so imminent because could you imagine like them going down to TCU in what's not an easy game at all? No matter how Ohio State fans will lead you to believe that game's going to be, that is not an easy game. Ohio State fans obviously live everywhere as well, so they'll represent pretty well, but it's going to be a majority purple in the crowd at Cowboys Stadium.
Yeah.
How big of a majority is kind of remained to be seen. It might even be 50-50 with how well Ohio State represents themselves. But could you imagine like Urban coming back and how well of a motivator he is and how good he is at pumping up his team? Like if he came back in that week, I would say TCU wouldn't have had a chance.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, I feel like Urban coming back with a loss would be even scarier for like everyone else on the schedule.
Yeah,
because they got Penn State 2 weeks after TCU.
Can he still coach like pre during the week and stuff, like at practice?
That dickhead.
Starting August 30th, he's out of there. Starting August 30th, his suspension, I believe, is retroactively correct. Am I right about that, or am I off by a day? I think it's August 30th. I think it's August 30th.
It's got to be right because the games, I mean, fully are underway on the first.
Yeah, but okay, so actually then his suspension will probably have been underway then already because he can't prepare Ohio State.
He's already on leave, so
he can't he can't be back on campus till next Sunday after the first game.
And they're playing Oregon State, which I could make a very comprehensive case being one of, if not the worst team in all of Power 5.
Yeah, they might win. They might win 0 games.
Rutgers, no, Kansas is always a great candidate to win 0.
They play Rutgers.
Oh yeah, dude, that's gonna be a horrible game.
Rutgers, that's gonna be a banger.
Is that week 2?
Dude, the players might be drunk for that game.
Okay, well,
just because they don't care.
I'm making a late addition into our picks for week 1 and 2 because that's week 2. We're gonna be picking that game.
Yeah, need that over under.
And, yeah, we don't have that yet. Unfortunately, we don't have week 2 over unders yet. And speaking of over unders, I picked 5 of them, and I guess being that we're getting ready to head into week 1, there's not a whole lot of pressing topics to talk about, being that no football has been played yet. So without further ado, we're kind of towards the end here already, and let's get started with some picks. I got 5 games against the spread. Please tell me, obviously, everyone in here knows how to pick against the spread. I wouldn't imagine anybody doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Really interesting Thursday night tilt in West Lafayette, Indiana. The Big Ten season gets started early. Northwestern travels to Purdue, a couple of programs who have kind of seen the uprise a little bit, and particularly more on the Purdue side. Northwestern's got Clayton Thorson. Purdue is a -3 favorite. Tino, we will start with you. Purdue -3 against Northwestern at home.
I'm gonna go with Northwestern. I believe that defense is a little too stout. Pastor Jailer always has them ready to play. I expect him to win by about 10-14.
Wow.
Jonesy, what do you think?
Yeah, I would have to agree with Tino. I'm thinking about 10-point, 7-point W for Northwestern.
Emo?
Yeah, I'm going to take the points as well. I don't think Northwestern is going to win by that much. But, I mean, even if – I think that game's going to be a lot closer. Purdue might be a last-second field goal kind of game. So I think the safe bet is to take the 3 points.
Denver, what do you think?
I'm definitely going with Northwestern. I think they're going to win, just like Tino said, around 10 points. I think they're going to have a pretty good squad this year.
I do too. I think that's a tricky game in the
That is tricky.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it.
I believe
No, I
Notre
wouldn't
Dame and Michigan both have to travel to Northwestern.
Yeah, I
know
think that's our Iowa game this year from
100%.
years past.
Especially if we get that Chicago weather too. That'll be sketchy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another interesting game. This one's on Saturday. This is at 12 o'clock in Houston, Texas. Couple of Power Five schools that are trying to find their identity. Texas Tech is -2 against Ole Miss on quote unquote neutral grounds. It's in Houston, so it's a home game for Texas Tech. They are the -2 favorites against SEC West Ole Miss. We'll go backwards this time. Denver, Texas Tech -2 against Mississippi.
I'm definitely going with Texas Tech just because of all the departures from Ole Miss. I mean, losing Shea Patterson, obviously, but Van Jefferson as well, and other players. I don't know their names, but I don't think Ole Miss is going to have a very good year. I really don't.
Timo, what do you think?
Yeah, give me the Red Raiders as well. I think Texas Tech is going to be the team to win that one.
Jones?
Yeah, I'd have to go with Texas Tech. They won that by like multiple touchdowns, 2 or 3. I don't think Ole Miss is going to be bowl bound this year, so might as well kick it off with a trash game.
Pretty sure they're sanctioned.
I'm gonna go with the
anyway.
opposite. I'm gonna snag Ole Miss.
They are, I think.
Snag Ole Miss in this. I just think Texas Tech is going to be awful this year.
Really?
Ole Miss quarterback actually played all of last year because Shea Patterson got hurt.
True.
So they are on the up and coming, and they will cover the 2.5.
I'm. By the way, I didn't even say for the first one. I'm in agreement with all of you on Northwestern, but I'm agreeing with Tino on this. I'm going to go with Ole Miss. I don't think Texas Tech is going to be particularly great either. I think Cliff Kingsbury is another guy that has a very, very hot underneath him, and there's a guy. If any of you tune into that game, a guy to watch out for that's going to be a stud on Sundays. AJ Brown, wide receiver, Ole Miss. He is an animal.
Hey, the linebacker, Dakota Allen for Texas Tech. Last chance you.
Yeah.
Beast.
I forgot he's at Texas Tech now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that is true. He's a stud, too. I will be going with Tino on that one. So I like Ole Miss +2.
Idiots.
Denver, we got to start with you on this one, bro. The Natty +16.5 at home against the UClans, the UCLA Bruins. What are the boys down at Nippert going to do this year?
Honestly, I don't know if we're going to cover. So I would go with the under. I'm going to say we're going to win, but our quarterback play is so suspect that I don't know.
16.5 point underdogs, and you think they're going to win?
You said what?
Cincy is 16.5 point underdogs in that game, and you're picking them to win outright?
Okay, wait, I thought you said they're playing UConn.
No, I said the UClans, UCLA.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, we getting clapped.
by 16.5 or no? Is UCLA covering?
Yeah, like I haven't even been, bro. I'm Cincy basketball, Cincy football. Nah, Cincy hoops. Though, yeah, we with it.
Tino, what do you got?
I believe Cincinnati will be able to cover the. I can see like a 13-point win, maybe 14. I think Cincinnati's going to get blown out like that. It's Chip Kelly's first game. Got a new quarterback, either Wilton Spate, who we all know, we've all seen him, or
Wilton Spate is capable.
Over there. He's capable. Like I said, first game in a Chip Kelly offense. Cincinnati might be able to hang with him, especially the same Cincinnati that played Michigan last year shows up.
Is this game at UCLA? Is this game at UCLA?
It is.
Yep.
UCLA.
Yep.
Jones, what do you got? UCLA -16.5 at home.
That's safe. I think they're going to win by probably 40.
Timo, what do you got?
Cincinnati football is literally terrible.
I got faith in Luke Fickell, man.
Best thing they did was take a running back from us last year.
I'm
What
gonna
about
give the
Xavier football?
Hey, fuck Xavier.
I'm gonna give the points. I think Ukla beats him by 21 or
Baker,
24.
you writing all these down, man?
Yeah, I am.
All right, I'm gonna come back and
Trust
talk
me,
shit
I
to
got
all y'all.
Quick note before we move on to the next one. UCLA next week is in
At your
Norman.
boys. Yeah, we know.
In Norman to take on my Sooners. Imagine
still
Chip
shitty.
Kelly and Lincoln Riley facing off. That game might be 7-63.
Yeah, because the Big 12 defense is shitty as fuck.
Shitty as hell. There's going to be none of that. Here, dude, a line that I thought was really interesting. Like this line was kind of something I looked at. I was like, what? Indiana football minus 10.5 at home. Only favored by a field goal and a touchdown and a field goal at home against the Florida International Panthers. T. Jones, what we got?
No, this is at FIU. I thought.
All right.
Is it? It is at
it's
FIU.
It's at FIU.
It's at okay.
We got.
All right, wait.
You're up.
You said it's FIU versus who?
Indiana, and Indiana is 10.5 point favorites only at Florida International for some reason in week 1.
Yeah, that sounds wrong. I would bet on Indiana in that.
Timo?
Yeah. I'm actually gonna take the points with the Panthers. I think they cover. Give me FIU at home.
Gotcha.
You think Butch Davis has it?
I'm not saying they're gonna win. I'm not sold on Indiana football. You know.
No.
Is anybody ever sold on Indiana football?
I don't think so.
Denver?
Hell no. I'm not being sold on Indiana football, but I definitely think they will end up covering.
You know?
I think they'll win by 20 points.
Yeah, Indiana's offense just has with it. They run too fast sometimes. They go win by like 20-ish.
Indiana's only problem the last few years has been defense. They've had a respectable offense.
I mean, if you go back to the opener last year versus Ohio State, hung with them until the end, and they just couldn't get stops.
Timmy Cobbs was out there mossing Denzel Ward.
Big time.
He was giving him the work.
So I got Indiana as well. And then a line that's to me, Bama is 3.5 touchdowns against Louisville. I think Bama wins this game 59-3, to be honest with you. We'll start with Denver.
63-3.
There we go. We got Tino's right there. Denver, what do you got?
Obviously, Bama's going to cover that, but I think they'll really run it up if Tua is the starter.
Jones?
Really think they will run it up.
I mean, let's relax. The score is going to be like 49-7.
He started that with let's relax. They're only going to win by 7 touchdowns. Stemo, what do we think, man?
I think Louisville fans are going to watch that football game and they're going to miss Lamar Jackson's ability to make plays on offense.
Oh my! It's going to be so sad.
I think Bama does in fact cover the 25 points.
Yeah, in the first half.
All right. So now we are moving on to straight up picks, rapid fire. 5 games in week 1, 5 games in week 2. Starting in week 1, Washington and Auburn. I like Auburn to get it done in Atlanta in the Georgia Dome. This is a game on paper, as far as rankings are concerned. This is the biggest game of the week. Obviously, some people in here would disagree with that. Tino, we'll start with you. Auburn or Washington in the Georgia Dome?
Washington. I don't think Washington loses this year.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Tino.
You said me? Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got Auburn.
Jonesy.
Auburn.
Denver.
Yeah, we're definitely going with Auburn. I think Jared Stidham's going to have huge numbers this year.
Baker.
Yeah, we can't hear this nigga.
His screen broke too. This nigga fucked up. We don't talk shit about him on the podcast.
Yeah, Baker's a plug.
Hey, hear me now?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hold
Welcome
up.
back.
How about now?
Yeah. We can hear you the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Obviously, Michigan and Notre Dame, the pick for that, obviously, that's going to be Michigan's way for
who you pick?
For Tino and Denver, and Simo's going with Notre Dame. Jones, I want to get your opinion on it first. Michigan or Notre Dame in South Bend?
I really think that game's gonna go into overtime. And I'm gonna have to go with the Fighting Irish. I gotta go with the Irish.
Yeah, baby. Yes.
Hey, you trying to bet some money, bro?
Denver, you can fuck right off, bro. You're like, oh man.
I think it's so funny how weak this man gets anytime someone says one sliver of.
Look how disgusted Tino is.
Yeah,
Hey, bro, I'm talking about it's Notre Dame. It's Notre Dame.
I don't care.
It's Notre Dame.
Oh man.
Scrubs.
Dude, I think this game being in South Bend is really important for the landscape of how it's going to play out, especially when it's going to be under the lights. To be honest with you, I've been thinking long and hard about this, and I think, like Jones said, it very well could go into overtime. But I'm going to have to go with the Wolverines. I believe Michigan is going to get it done on the power of their defense. I could have very easily be wrong, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Notre Dame wins. But my gut is telling me Michigan gets it done on the road. Moving on, a couple of teams that have high expectations per se, especially the latter. Tennessee and West Virginia are in Charlotte on a neutral site. Denver, who we got? Tennessee or West Virginia?
You know, I want to go Tennessee just because West Virginia always chokes, but I think Tennessee's going to be cheeks because they choke even more.
You got Nash Greer's older brother at QB too.
Hey, he's still got them roids pumping in his veins. He'll put up some numbers.
Tainted tacos all day long. Tino, we got Rocky Top or what? Country Roads, West Virginia.
I got Virginia all day, man. I got West Virginia coming in second in the Big 12. Will Grier's about to carry.
I do too. I think they're going to be second in the Big 12 as well. Jones, West Virginia or the Volunteers?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. West Virginia. Tennessee football. Like,
Yeah.
And
Simo.
Oh,
my bad. Go ahead.
That game's in Neyland Stadium. I don't know. The checkered orange and white is going to be fired up to kick off their season. But
Is it really?
Yeah. But I'm going with the Mountaineers.
Are we certain on that though? I got to make
sure. It's literally a neutral site game.
Yeah, it's at Charlotte North. It's at the Bank of America where the
Panthers
it's
a
play.
neutral for sure. Yeah. I just seen it said at Tennessee, but it's at a neutral. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't help Tennessee's chances. I like West Virginia.
Yeah, I'm unanimously in agreement with all of you as well. 2 more games left for week 1, and I'm trying to get this to load so we can see it. Come on. I got that like little circly pinwheel thing going on. Denver, is that a Budweiser?
Yes, sir.
Are you said the official beer of Whiteman?
Okay.
JK, if I was real, I'd be drinking a Natty Ice right now.
Hey,
oh man.
we're playing. Hey, you better let them know. That's that Savage juice.
Yo, you need it.
So we got now we got our week 1 always has those special Sunday night and Monday night games. Sunday night we got Miami and LSU. That game's at neutral site as well. That's a
Big
huge
time.
game for LSU, to be honest with you. I think if they have some slip-ups this year, Orgeron could be in trouble. We'll start with Simo. What do we think? We like the U to get their swagger back. Oh, it's in Cowboy Stadium, by the way. The
Gotcha.
U or LSU?
Is the turnover chain back? Anybody know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I
always
like
back.
I like the Hurricanes. I think they're going to be a very good team this year. So I think they're going to show LSU a thing or two that day.
Jones.
I mean, honestly, I only see the Hurricanes losing one game this season.
We all know who that is.
And that's week 3 in the Glass
Yes,
Bowl.
sir.
Toledo.
But other than that, we can see them in the playoffs for all I care. But they're definitely not going to lose this week. And they're definitely not going to win week 3.
You know, for that episode in 2 weeks, that'll be the week of the game. You got to be decked out in UT gear, man.
I'm going to be decked out in liquor.
Tino, we got the Hurricanes and the Tigers.
Yeah, I got the U, and they're going to make LSU lose one of the 4 games, and it's the Orgeron's last year, like you said.
Yeah, I think it could be. Denver, what do we got, man?
Yep. Orgeron's not making it through the whole season. He'll be gone by like week 6.
Hot take.
Shock.
Turned into a blue person.
Shock.
I got Miami as well. And then, really interestingly enough, Monday night ACC, Vatek is at Florida State. That's a
what a bold
very
start.
interesting game.
What a bold
Yeah,
start.
Tino, what do you think?
Tough one. I will take Florida State simply because they're at home. Literally no other reason.
Well, I'm going to go with Vatek because it's the opposite of what Tino said.
Simo.
I like Florida State at home. I think Jimbo's gonna have a good start.
And
What?
And
What'd you just say?
anybody gonna think? Or do I gotta say it?
I was about to
No.
say,
Oh,
Jimbo's
no.
not.
I'm saying that right now, too. What you saying?
Yeah. Sorry. Who replaced him again?
Willie
Dude from
Taggart,
Oregon.
South Florida.
Gotcha. Yeah. I still like Florida State. I think, like Tino said, I think at home is a big factor in college football. So
Francois'
I'll take,
return.
too.
He said,
I'll take the Seminoles.
I ain't gonna get the one.
What do we got, Denver?
Definitely Florida State. I think people are forgetting DeAndre Francois. He's coming back. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year. So
if I'm playing football and it's a nigga named Francois out there, I'm not afraid of him. He sounds soft. Period.
You're gonna be throwing darts.
Yeah, I'm super high on Francois. I think he's got a really bright future. However, I'm with Jonesy on this one. I'm going Vatek. I'm super high on Justin Fuente, and I think he's got that program going in the right direction. I like the Hokies to get it done on the road. Moving on to week 2. So we'll go kind of rapid fire with week 2, being that it's a couple of weeks away. But since this is biweekly, we're going to touch on it. Starting with the game they're already dubbing as this year's Super Bowl, Kansas and fucking Rutgers, man. Who the fuck is going to look less horrible in that? Starting with Tino, who is going to look the least pitiful in that game?
Wow, this is a real game. All right, who's at home?
Dude, I believe it's Rutgers.
Doesn't
but
matter. I'll pick Kansas. Rutgers
Dude,
is god-awful.
Kansas went 0-12 last year.
Man, I don't know.
Kansas did not win a game, even in the non-conference. They didn't win a game.
They gotta win it. They gotta win at some point, and Rutgers seems like a great time to get your first dub.
Oh, dog, but I'm fucking.
Bro, at least Rutgers is like playing against dudes that's going like to the league.
I'm fucking up right here so hard because this game isn't until week 3.
Rutgers.
No, that's so sad. But we're talking about it now. It's already here. It's already on the table.
Ah, fuck.
Is this going to be the biggest game of the season for this show?
Yeah,
we got to talk about it on the next episode.
Every episode.
So
Every episode, we got to have a shitty game. We got to have a shitty ass game.
Yeah, we're gonna do that for sure. We'll have a game between two absolutely terrible teams.
I mean, Eastern has to be trash now that Brogan has gone.
Swear, he was the coach.
So instead of
Brogan.
that game for that, let me pick a different one. How about? Oh God, there are some bad ones. Here's a really bad one. How about Buffalo and Temple?
Hey, Temple getting that up.
I'm taking the Bulls.
Buffalo usually has some stud linebackers.
I'm going. Hey, you got to keep them action.
Carry them.
I swear, you got to stay with them.
Go with action.
So who's got who? I'm taking Temple because they're at home. Do you know who you got?
I'm
taking Buffalo.
Colors are crispy.
And they used to have Khalil Mack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who'd you say?
Buffalo.
Denver.
Temple.
Maloney.
I'll take Temple. I'll take Temple.
Yeah, that'll be a great one to not watch. Mississippi State and Kansas State is a game. You know, week 2 isn't all that stacked. However,
I mean, the Rockets have a bye week. Of course, it's a bad week.
And we need UT football to start. Get this guy going. But Mississippi State is at Kansas State. It's not neutral. It's at Kansas State. Mississippi State ranked, but you never know what Bill Snyder is going to pull out of his hat. What do we think for a team that I thought was ranked a little bit high at 18 going into Manhattan, SEMO?
They're ranked a little high, but I still like the Bulldogs. I think they win.
Can y'all hear him on here?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I just can't see his bitch ass.
I can't hear him on here, but I can hear him downstairs because we lay together and shit.
Denver,
I got the Bulldogs.
What about it? Is Denver gone?
Well, nah, I'm looking shit up.
Oh, bet. What you got for Mississippi State, Kansas State?
Just exactly what Simo said. I don't even think Mississippi State should be top 25 per se, but I think they win that game.
Tino?
I got Mississippi State. It's relatively easy dub.
Jonesy?
Does Kansas State have the same quarterback they had last year?
No, I believe he is gone. Let me make certain. No, Nick
Two was ass.
Alex Delton's back, actually.
Yeah, let's just go with Mississippi State then, since I clearly don't know shit about Kansas State.
Fair points.
I'm going to be the lone wolf. I'm going with Kansas State just because they're at home, and I think it'll be early for Mississippi State. I could definitely be wrong, and Mississippi State's probably better on paper, but I'm going to...
Yo, I'm thinking of the dude from Hoops. What was his name? Dean Wade?
Yeah. White boy.
He was a straight hooper.
That boy's a baller.
Yeah, he is.
So fuck that football team.
Now to the 3 games we mentioned earlier, Georgia, South Carolina. I obviously like Georgia at home. Does anyone think South Carolina at home against Georgia?
No.
No.
Nah.
Does anyone think Clemson trips up at A&M?
No.
I think there's a shot. I'm not gonna say they're gonna slip up, but there is definitely a shot.
I agree.
If you call me out, I was at the casino or something. You said, "Man, put 5 on that," and like to bet against Clemson, then I would do it. Just because I was at the casino and I was like, "Fuck it, maybe." But no, it's not gonna happen.
Clemson has 2 trap games This one is definitely one of them, as well as their season finale against South Carolina. Rival game they can always get, but they don't lose this game.
No, I don't think they do either. A game that I think is going to be a lot closer, though, is USC and Stanford. Tino, we'll start with you. This is the last game of our pick.
Yeah, and I've really been going back and forth. Bryce Love could carry Stanford. They're at home. Think USC gets it done.
Jones.
Stanford.
Timo.
I'm all love. I'm all love. I got Stanford.
And Denver.
Yeah, same. I think USC lost way too much. I think Stanford's going to win that pretty easily.
I'm in on Stanford as well.
Fuck y'all then.
I will get Rice. I will get Rice's individually for all of this, and hopefully he'll be with us in a couple of weeks. However, I believe a pretty successful first edition. Anybody have any
all right?
final
But the
thoughts?
real question: what does the season winner get of the picks?
Oh, we can definitely discuss that privately.
A fucking round of applause.
we can
Good
come up with
job,
something.
nigga.
Go smoke your bowl, you child.
How much is a
Well, I like
how much
smoking
is a
weed.
trophy?
Oh, I'm actually about to buy a ring for my fantasy league.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
I mean, it's not coming out of my pocket; it's coming out the league fee. But you know,
Oh, of course.
It's a leak. It's a leak.
Any final thoughts from everybody?
Yeah.
Go Blue.
Final thought. A final.
Go blue, baby.
What's that, Timo? We can't hear you.
Yeah, we got nothing.
I think, dude, we heard him on T. Jones' mic, I think.
Oh, you want me to open my
Yeah.
door? Go ahead, yell
he
that
said-
shit.
Go
Real-
Irish.
Real fucking original, Simo.
Fucking post.
All right, boys.
All I gotta say is that the Rockets are putting up a 60 spot week 1 against
Aren't they
some
against
type of
VMI?
medical school.
No,
some
they're
type of
against
medical
Virginia
school.
Military Institute.
I thought it was medical institute.
Dog, are you aware that Virginia Military Institute is the alma mater of Don?
Are you serious?
Don went and graduated, I think, magna cum laude from Virginia Military Institution, the Keydets.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, we about to beat the dog shit out of them niggas.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys are. Dude, this has been awesome, and I can't wait to do it again in a couple of weeks, hopefully with Rice. And I hope everybody had as good of a time as I did. We'll be signing off for this one.
Stop that.
I'm gonna say, who phone is that?
Export Schooler
Yes,
Pod.
sir. That was my.
Yeah, everybody give shouts
Gotta
for where you
play
can
on the way.
find them on social media at Sports Galore Pod, Tino, at T Jones the Goat, Taylor. You know, it's at these guys' names. I can't remember that Denver.
See you,
It's like Denver Huntermark 11, isn't it, or some shit?
I already have your guys' ats in the bio already put in and built in. So D Huntermark 11 and C Maloney 2. All on Twitter. Thank you very much for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Until then, motherfuckers, sayonara. All right, broadcast is over.